Man City fans, it is that time of the year again. Tottenham Hotspur away, the dreaded fixture. This one always seems to always seems to ruin my day, this fixture. But let me start with a proper introduction. Welcome back to the Louis Talks Footy channel. Today, we're obviously doing a Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester City preview. And let me start off just by emphasizing the gravity of the situation, the gravity of this game, what this game means in the title race for Manchester City's title hopes coming up against Arsenal, the not so mighty Gooners. I don't think these lot are very mighty. You know, I was just on the City Ramble literally just before, and we were saying that with City's form over the past couple of weeks, any of Klopp's Liverpool sides would have been 12, 13 points clear at this point. You know, Arsenal are leaving the door ajar every time I'm ready to tap out of the title race. Arsenal are just there at the moment, just still leaving that door slightly open. And it's quite cruel, really, because they're just keeping my title hopes alive. Even though I still feel like City aren't going to win this league. I don't feel like we've got enough quality. I don't feel like we've got enough consistency. I don't feel like we've got enough momentum. But listen, a lot's changed over this month. City have signed Semenyo and Guehi, and I don't feel like we could have had I don't possibly feel like we could have had a better transfer window. Personally, in terms of obviously the injuries and then signing Guehi and obviously Semenyo. I mean, they're two literally best in class in their position in the Premier League proven. And they both seem to have settled in really well. Obviously, we've only seen one match of Mark Guehi, but from what we saw against Wolves, obviously bottom of the table, take of that what you will. But he took to Man City like duck to water. And I really like this guy. I like the way he sprays the ball out from the back. Finding Marmouche against Wolves. I thought he looked really good. So I'm pretty comfortable with Mark Guehi. But yeah, so hopefully the tides are turning a little bit for Man City. Obviously, in the Bodo game, we got battered and slapped. And against Manchester United, we got battered and slapped. And I am still feeling bruised from those two games. So I'm finding it difficult to, get up out my chair and make these videos. I'm still sat in my chair right now. So I'm making a video sat in my chair. But you know what I mean? I'm finding it difficult to get up for these games and really after these results feel like City can go on and make a serious and sustained bid for the title. Because what I saw against Bodo and United was really bad. It was really bad. Let's not dress it up. So I'm just looking at Manchester City versus Tottenham's head-to-head here. And City's form against Tottenham is not good. So if we're looking at the last five, which includes one Carabao Cup game, we have won 2 of those matches out of the last 5. So obviously last time we played them, it was at home earlier in the Premier League, so it was the second game of the season. Everyone know how that one went. 2-0 to Tottenham Hotspur. City looked like they had no fight, no passion, no desire. Tottenham looked like they wanted it more. They looked fitter, they looked stronger. Hopefully a lot's changed since then. I think a lot has changed since then. I feel like Pep's experimenting a little bit more with the team at the moment. There's some really bad defeats in there I'm just looking at now. 4-0 Tottenham. I mean, I was at that game. That was shocking. It was shocking. I remember saying at that game, they were attacking again after they got the 4th goal. And they were on the attack. And I remember saying, I hope they get another one here. Because I just wanted to, I really wanted the players to feel what I was feeling in that moment. I'm sure that they knew the seriousness of the situation, but I just was like, we need to, if we get embarrassed in this game, I do not care. These lads need a waking up. But some guy in front of me turned around and started shouting at me, going, "Don't be so stupid." I thought that was pretty funny anyway. It's a little story there. Listen, the last 5, it's not great for Man City. Like I say, 1-2, and is there a draw in there? Nah, Spurs have won. Yeah, Spurs have won 3, City have drawn 2. So, listen, on that, it doesn't look great. I think everyone can concede City are... Tottenham are a little bit of a bogey team for Man City. But when we look at the two teams in the Premier League at the moment, it doesn't look good for Spurs one bit. It really doesn't. So they're sitting in 14th and they've got 2 losses out of the last 5 and 3 draws. It's really poor for them. It really is. I was thinking when Thomas Frank came into the fold at Tottenham, I was thinking, yeah, these lot are going to be, these lot are going to have a new lease of life here. They were so bad under Postecoglou. I was thinking, just can't get worse than it. Can't get worse than this, can it? It can. I don't know if it will actually be worse than that season, because that was really bad, wasn't it? It was seriously bad. But yeah, I'm just gonna get up Tottenham's last 5 in the Prem, because that is just embarrassing as well. Let me just get that up. Yeah, so Tottenham's last 5. Sorry, this is Tottenham's just last 5 in general. So they obviously beat Frankfurt last night 2-0. But prior to that, they drew to Burnley. They lost to West Ham. They lost to Aston Villa. And they haven't won a game in the Premier League since the 28th of December. I think they might have beaten Palace 1-0 or something like that. Injuries for this game: Savinho got a knock. He won't be back towards the end of February. John Stones obviously out for Manchester City. Josko Gvardiol is out for Manchester City. Ruben Diaz is out for Manchester City. Mateo Kovacic, and obviously Oscar Bob has just left on his way to Fulham. I think that's a pretty good signing for them, to be fair. So listen, let me just tell you lot. Well, yeah, I think we all know, like I say, how important this game is. How vital it is that Manchester City win this game, Tottenham away. And if we don't win, for me, that's title done. It's title done if City don't win. Simple as that for me. Gonna do a quick score prediction. I said it on the City Ramble. I'll say it here again. 2-0 Man City, and that might be me being a little bit optimistic. I'm not going to sit here and predict us a loss. I will very rarely do that. Even though I still have my question marks over this team at the moment, I really do. People might have got up after the Wolves game and thought, yeah, you know what, we can turn this around a little bit. Don't buy it. I don't buy it. Wolves bottom of the table. Obviously, we got the result against Galatasaray last night. It's a good result, but yeah, so it just doesn't quite. Something just still don't feel quite right for me at Manchester City. And you know what? That's all right. It's just a flipping good job that we have this Arsenal side that we're competing with for a Premier League title, because these lot are just flipping bottle jobs for me. Absolute bottle jobs. So Arsenal go to Ellen Road and take on Leeds. That is going to be a massive game for Arsenal. For me, I mean, you'd have to predict an Arsenal win. You just would have to predict an Arsenal win against Leeds here. But Leeds have found form in the Premier League recently, and they look good. This isn't going to be a straightforward game for Arsenal. For that one, I'll predict a little 1-1. 1-1. I think Leeds get a goal, and Arsenal do not look very fluid or creative, or like they have many ideas in attack at the moment, to be honest. So that might be a little bit hopeful to gain an extra 2 points on Arsenal, but I don't know. I think it can happen. It's definitely doable. Thank you lot for watching till the end of this video. I really do appreciate it. If you can just hit the like button and subscribe, it would massively help out the channel. I think also when you click the like button, we have our own little animation. I think it's a little football or something like that. So go and click that and see if that's still working. Let me know in the comments if that actually works, because I don't know. When I do it on my other channel, if I switch accounts, I'm pretty sure it does that. So let me know if that actually is, the case. Let me know if that works. So hit the like button now and subscribe and comment. Really appreciate it. Nice one, lads. I'll see you lot in a bit.